If you are in the market for a 22 LR rifle, then you seriously need to have a look at one of these. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD and this is the Lithgow Arms CrossOver. The actual model number is, to be precise, the LA101 to be precise. Now I'll just give you the full specs of this rifle before we really go into some detail. This is going to be a pretty cool video guys, I hope, so bear with me. So let's just reel off the specs of this rifle first. So it weighs in at 3.1 kilos or 3,100 grams. Do the conversion for pounds, but I've got to go metric sooner or later. Let me have a look. So I'm referring to my notes here. The length, barrel length, is 531 millimeters or 20.9 inches. Okay, I've got imperial there. 1 in 16 twist, rifle barrel. Where are we? Single stage trigger. I'll weigh that. Trigger pull it. Trigger measure it when I can talk properly in a minute. What else we got? The stock is reinforced nylon. Again, I'll go into that in a bit more detail. You get a 5-shot magazine with it. 10-shot magazines are available, and it is Cerakoted. Now let's talk about this thing in some detail, but before I do that, I am gonna set a cat amongst the pigeons and just say that, and dare I say it, wait for the comments, I think, and let me just get it out of the bag. I think this gun is better than my CZ Silhouette. I've said it, I've said it. I'll put that on the table. I seriously think this thing is better than my CZ 452 Silhouette. Why? Probably looks more than anything, and well, to be honest, why did I get this rifle? Well, I was in the market for a tactical looking, accurate 22 or 22 rimfire rifle. I was looking at a Savage, forget the model number now, it's gone out my head. I was looking at a Savage, and you know, I was umming and ahhing and everything, and it's pretty much the same situation as when I bought this CZ Silhouette. I just don't like the bolts on the Savages, and the extractors are on them. If I've got a picture, I'll roll it into the video. It's just literally a bent piece of steel, and that's your extractor. Really put me off when I looked at this, and about the same sort of price as well for one of these, and this thing is pretty much pimped up how I'd want it anyway. So there you go. So I'll tell you what, I'll move this one off the table for a minute and I'll compare them both shortly, but let's go into some detail with this then. So let's just show you. By the way, this is wearing a Hawk Sidewinder scope. Okay, it's a 40mm scope. Which one's this? Is 4:16 magnification. But this is it. Excuse me. A pretty cool tactical looking stock. Like I said, reinforced nylon. Now let's just show you the butt pad while we're at this end, so to speak. Nice soft rubber. You do get an extra dropping stuff all over the floor. You do get an extra length of pull, shim or whatever you want to call it, to go in there. That does come in the box, but this gun fit me pretty well as it was straight out of the box. But this is the stock, fully ambidextrous stock, and it doesn't feel hollow in any way. It feels really tough, feels really nice, quite grippy as well, and you've got a sling swivel stud right there, and you've got the Lithgow arms motif there. I know it's upside down, but it's just the way I'm holding the rifle. And when we move along to the pistol grip, slight sort of stippling there, does offer quite a bit of grip, and I like the pattern there. That's really cool the way they've done that. Looks really nice. And let's just swing this thing around. All integrated, the trigger guard is, so it's all polymer. Feels really tough. I don't think you're going to break that, so don't really worry about it. And then you've got this same sort of stippling and pattern along the fore end, and fairly slim, well, that's probably average fore end there as far as width is concerned. By the way, if you're wondering about that, guys, that is the mount for the Vanguard bipod, by the way, because I sort of swapped this onto my CZ and onto this, so that's just a mount, so ignore that. What is under that is just a sling swivel stud. So that is the stock, and I love it. Love the look of that stock. Love the fact that it's fully synthetic, yeah, really tough, and it's tactical looking, which is cool if you're into that sort of thing. Now this rifle is a little bit weighty with this scope on, so that's probably why I'm losing my breath when I'm sort of holding it up to the camera and talking about it. So let's go on to the magazine. Now you're going to like this. This is a 5-round Lithgow magazine. Does it kind of look familiar? Do you recognise that shape of magazine? Well, here's a CZ one. This one is polymer, by the way, see-through one. And that is a CZ steel one. And this is an absolute win in my book. CZ mags are fully compatible with this. So your mags from your CZ all fit, no problem. 10 round CZ mags fit, no problem. So if you do own a CZ 22 Rimfire or a 17 HMR, if you decide to get one of these in 17 HMR, they are available. I think a lot of, they're going on to the Centrefire calibres as well, but the CZ magazines are fully compatible, the Rimfire ones, so that is an absolute bonus. So there's no need for me to buy extra magazines for this. I was supplied with one with this rifle, but I've got, I don't know, four or five I think CZ mags that are using my silhouette that'll fit in this perfectly with no issue at all, because I've ran them. I've probably put around coming up to 500 rounds through this rifle. I love it that much that I just wanted to smash this video out and this review because it is so cool. It is just a cool rifle. I really do think it has been over-engineered, which is good, which is really good, I think. I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so let's talk about the rest of this rifle then. Let's just go over the pretty much what you can see. So the action is high tensile steel. That is a cold hammer forged barrel as well, and it looks gorgeous in this titanium coloured Cerakote. I think it is actually called titanium grey, and if you look closely you can see there's like that twist pattern on the barrel. That really does look cool. And you've got a big tactical bolt handle, really cool. And you've got these two sort of Picatinny style mounts that you can see there to mount your optic. So there's no sort of big rail on this gun, you've just got these two sort of, I don't know what are they, 3/4 of an inch or so rails on there. Really, really cool. Now, like I said earlier, when I said I think this gun has been over-engineered, this is something I have not seen on a rimfire before. You guys may have, I've not seen it. And I'll just show you. Just take the bolt out. On the bolt, there is, like on a Centrefire rifle, lugs. So let's just compare it to this CZ. I'll just take the bolt out of this CZ. Ooh, scope covers are going everywhere. Let's just compare them. And this, I think, is pretty much a CZ bolt. Now, if you look at them, let's just compare them. This is the Lithgow one on the left, and the CZ one on the right. If my camera will focus, almost exactly the same, and brilliant quality, absolute quality. But on the CZ, the bolt lockup is pretty much the handle that locks the bolt in, as I'll demonstrate. Let's just get it in. Now, pull the bolt handle down and that locks the bolt in place. It is just that handle that locks it in place. Let's just decock that. Whereas the Lithgow, not only does it use the bolt handle, but you've got these lugs, and I have not seen that. Sorry, I'm off camera there. I have not seen that on a rimfire rifle before. Not on a 22 rimfire, I haven't. And that is cool. Really, really cool. Over-engineered. Don't know why they've done it. Maybe they didn't want to set their machine up, you know, for a sort of rimfire rifle and then reset it up to do a Centrefire rifle. Maybe they've set the mill machine up just to cut them out as it is. I don't know. I'm no sort of engineer. But look at that though, guys. Seriously. Lug lockup on a 2.2 rimfire. That is just really, really cool. Built to last. Absolutely built to last. And that was another reason I got this rifle. Not that you need it, it's just the quality. I was just pretty much buzzing off, to be frank. So yeah, let's just talking about the bolt. Well, I've just had it out. Like on the CZ, I've just showed you that bolt. Let me just move that rifle out of the way because I'm running out of room here. You've got twin extractors there. Sorry if you can hear bells in the background. I've picked a Tuesday night to do this video, and it's bell practice at the local church just down the road, so sorry if you can hear sort of bells in the background. Don't adjust your computer or your iPad or whatever. It is the church in the background. But yeah, twin extractors, which is really cool. Look at them, they're just, this gun worked flawlessly. I had no problems with extracting the shells when I fired this rifle, and it does sling them as well. It's got a good ejector on it. Just no problem whatsoever with this rifle. The rounds that I've put through it anyway. But that is a cool bolt. They have actually Cerakoted the handle as well. That is a plastic or nylon bolt handle there. I like it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you would have wanted the full metal. Don't know. I like it. It's comfortable. But a thing that you will notice with this rifle as well is, hang on, let's just is the actual, let's try and do this on camera. To open it, the bolt handle really doesn't go up very far, if you know what I mean. compared to a lot of rimfires that go up quite a bit further and maybe catch your scope or interfere with your scope. This one, that's as far as it goes. Not very far at all. Let's compare that to the CZ. Yeah, the CZ goes quite a bit further. Let's try and compare them. I need like 3 pairs of hands here, guys, to show you this in any sort of decent way. So that's the CZ, fairly close to the scope, and that is the Lithgow. That is all the way up. See what I mean? Worth bearing in mind if you run a big optic. So I'm banging these rifles around, I'm sure they'll be totally out of zero by the time I've finished. So that is another good point about the bolt on this rifle. And listen to this, the engineering on this rifle, you can actually hear it when you try the bolt. Listen to that. Silky smooth. Just awesome, absolutely awesome. And it is so positive as well. You can really rack this rifle quite fast. Just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And what I do like as well, again, I don't think well, let's just have a look. I've not seen this on. Oh no, I tell a lie, the CZ has got one. I don't know, it probably does need a clean out looking at it. If you can see that little hole there, that is actually a gas port. And that is for, basically, here it is on the Lithgow. That is basically if a cartridge sort of goes wrong in any way, it will vent the gas out of that port there if something bad happens to a cartridge. So that's cool, that's a real nice feature, you know, probably a feature that a lot of people wouldn't really sort of look at, you know, or overlook or whatever. But that is really cool, really cool. But I really do love the pattern on the barrel. And then moving along the barrel, like I said, it's all Cerakoted, so it is pretty much bomb proof, weatherproof, scratch proof. You know, it really is a tough coating, Cerakote is. I remember I was at a shooting show last year, I forget what booth I was in, where they had some rifles that were Cerakoted, and they had basically two sort of metal bars that are Cerakoted, and they were like hitting them together as hard as they can, and it wasn't chipping off, it wasn't scratching or nothing. So really, really cool coating to have on your rifle. You know, it's a lot of people have rifles Cerakoted, you know, when they customise them, when they pimp them up, but this thing is, you know, it's pretty much, if I was to, I don't know, customise a 2.2 rimfire rifle, that is pretty much how I'd want it, if I'm perfectly honest. But anyway, that's me. So anyway, moving along the barrel, this has got a Bond gun accessories brake on it, but you have got a 1/2 inch UNF thread on this thing. It does come with a thread protector as well, which again is Cerakoted as well, so nice attention to detail there, really cool. And that looks quite nice when it's on. Put that on. Yeah, I was running this thing with a Calibre Innovations armour moderator. I think you've seen that at the start of the video when I was shooting this rifle at steel. As far as accuracy is concerned, I've got a target somewhere. Again, I've misplaced it, but I've mainly, to be honest, it was a 0 in target, so it wasn't the best. But I've not really broke this gun in fully yet with only sort of 400 rounds, but I was hitting the steel with it once I did get it zeroed. I'd say as accurate, if not more accurate than the CZ, but again it's down to whatever ammo you're using and down to the shooter. But with a heavy barrel like that and a well balanced rifle, this thing is going to be, it's going to outshoot you. It'll definitely outshoot me. But yeah, an accurate rifle. Like I said, I've mainly shot steel with this, so I haven't really got a target to sort of show you. I'll try and do one if I get a chance, but I just love shooting steel rather than paper punching. That's just me. But yeah, no problem hitting steel gongs with this. 6-inch steel gongs at 100. I think I was running at 120 yards, 130 yards. Not a problem. Using CCI ammo, mini mags. A lot of people rave about these, but I have some good ones and some bad ones. I don't know whether I'm buying the worst batches in the country or what, I don't know. But occasionally one will be, you know, have a full load of powder in it, and then the other one will just go off like a fart. But I don't know. But like I said, guys, it's an accurate rifle. You know, it is an accurate rifle, as accurate as your CZ, without doubt. Now, let's move on to magazines. I briefly touched on that earlier. That is your Lithgow magazine. The one that is supplied, fully polymer. Not bad. They do feel like they would, I don't know. If you trod on one, I think it would disintegrate, to be honest. But like I said, you can run your CZ mags in this rifle, no problem whatsoever. So you ain't even got to worry. If you're running a CZ anyway, a 2.2 Rimfire CZ, you're going to have mags that will fit. Now, the magazine well, now I love this, absolutely love, they've got this bang on, absolutely bang on. CZ mag, 10 rounder. That's how much it'll protrude, same as in a CZ rifle, to be honest. But that is your mag release, and they really have got this thing bang on. Bang on. Love it. It's nice and chunky. It's positive, no problem whatsoever with that. Great job on that thing. Absolutely great job. So that's 10 round mag. Your 5 rounders all fit flush, like so. And they do pop out a little bit when you do press that. So I'm actually holding this gun sort of upside down to show you guys. The mag does sort of jump when you operate that mag release. So brilliant, brilliant mag release. Really do like that. Now, safety catch. This is probably my little gripe with this rifle, but it'd be easily rectified. And I think you'll know what I'm on about. Let's just cock it. It's noisy. That's probably the worst thing if you're a hunter, especially. If you're not using this gun for hunting, don't matter. But I think that'd be rectified with, I don't know, a bit of grease on there or something. But it is a little bit noisy. It is absolutely superbly positive, and a nice chunk of metal there, no plastic crappy safety catch, nice and positive. Let's just decock it. Decock it, by the way, by, like on the CZ, excuse me, losing my voice, pull the trigger down, pull the bolt down and squeeze the trigger, and that'll decock the rifle. Now, the trigger itself is really, really nice. At first, I wasn't sure about the shape of it, but the more I use this rifle, the more I love that trigger. It is very, very comfortable. Some may not like it because it's quite sort of straight, but it's really nice once you get used to it. And it has got like a bit of a texture on it to give you a bit of grip. Plenty of room in there as well for a gloved finger if you're using this gun for pest control or hunting or whatever. Plenty of room in there for a gloved finger. To be honest, I'm going to be using this rifle for target work only because it is a little bit heavier than the CZ. I'm going to use the CZ as my hunter stroke knockabout rifle. This is going to be my target gun, you know, once I've got it running, so to speak. But the trigger, yeah, really nice. Let's give it a pull with the trigger gauge. Okay, let's just cock the rifle. It is totally empty, as we already know. Let's just set this up. Okay, let's give it a pull. 3 pounds, 1.8 ounces. So that's straight out of the box. I've not adjusted the trigger in any way. So that is a nice trigger. Bit of an all-round trigger, not too heavy, not too light, sort of mediocre trigger. So perfect for me anyway. You may want to mess about with it, up to you. But from what I can see, you can't adjust it. You might be able to do something with it inside, don't know. But for me, that trigger is fine, perfectly fine. I'd show you the box for this, guys, but it is just pretty much a bog standard cardboard box with Lithgow written on the side, so it's nothing special. But you do get kind of nice, well, whether you'd ever use it again, I don't know, but you get like a gun slip stroke giant sock thingy with Lithgow arms written on it. I don't know, you may use that, I don't know, or I don't know, but you are supplied with that. The manual itself is brilliant, absolutely brilliant manual. This is it. Shows you the rifle there, tough, accurate and reliable. Yep, I'll absolutely go for that. This gun, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, is Australian made, actually in Lithgow. Pretty much a pedigree behind it as far as firearms are concerned. It tells you a brief history of the Lithgow company, you know, the 100 years old, 100 years of making weapons, you know, they're making for the Australian Army, firearms for the Australian Army. So in a nutshell, they pretty much know what they're doing. But yeah, this is the manual. Got a parts list there, exploded diagram, all the bits and pieces you need to know there, and of like bits that you may need. Not that you'll need anything for this, because I think this gun will just go on forever, to be honest. Got all the, you know, usual how to operate your rifle and safety stuff, a bit of maintenance, full specs there. I pretty much read them out to you. So yeah, a good manual. But yeah, what a great gun. Absolutely love this gun. Cannot fault it, apart from the noisy safety catch. And at first I wasn't sure about the shape of the trigger, but all I can fault really is the noisy safety catch. That is it. This gun is so cool. It is just what I'd pretty much say an updated version of the CZ452. In my opinion, they are very similar guns. Very similar to shoot, but I think that the Lithgow is just like one of these, but how you'd sort of really want it. But what I will say though, guys, is if you are looking for a 2.2 rimfire rifle, like I said at the start of this video, seriously look at one of these. They are absolutely superb. I just love this gun. I love it. Love shooting it. it's a keeper. It's one that I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to sell the CZ, to be honest. You know, I'm going to use this as my knockabout rifle, like I said, for hunting. But this is a cool tactical looking target rifle, or whatever you want to use it for, rifle. But totally cool, guys. Anyway, that is it. Before I start waffling on, that is the Lithgow Arms CrossOver, the LA101, Australian built, and yeah, it won't send the bullets back to you. That's a little boomerang joke, sorry. Anyway guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. That's Rack and Load. See ya.